Okay, the layout of Nuke is fairly simple. It's mostly a three-part thing. The node graph there tabbed in front of the curve editor, the viewer, and the properties bin there. The node graph is where your nodes are displayed. A node graph is different to something like a Photoshop file, although it performs a similar kind of effect. What we have is files coming in here, acted upon there, and reading out as one file, maybe down there. Okay, so a node graph looks very much like a node tree, or like a tree, and in fact it's often referred to as a tree. There's a special kind of node there called the viewer, and that relates to the viewer that you see up here, or the view that you see up there. So there's the viewer down here, and I can drag that to preview any point in the node tree, node graph. Okay, so it's a little sort of a previewing device. So that's the viewer node, the viewer, the node graph. If we want to change any of the properties in these nodes, we command click on them, and their properties show up in the properties bin here. Okay, there's the properties bin. So if I command click on one that's already loaded, it'll bounce up to the top there, and I can manipulate it quite happily. It just so happens that this multiply node there, I've put a small animation on, so I can view it in the curve editor, and that's where all your animations are displayed. If I wish to add a node to that node tree, I go over here to the sidebar. I can add, say, an invert. There we go. Alright, D for deselect or deactivate. So there's the basic layout of Nuke. Fairly simple in its essence.